Have you ever felt it? That strange loneliness that lingers even when you are surrounded by people? A quiet sense that no matter how close someone gets, they can never fully touch the place where you truly are. You laugh with friends. Cute. Share secrets. You fall in love. And still, deep inside, there is a subtle wall. A barrier between you and the rest of the world. We rarely question it. We just accept it. This is me. That is you. This is my life. That is the world. Separate. Divided. Untouchable. But what if that barrier is not real? What if the greatest illusion of your life is the belief that you are separate at all? Think about it. A child is born, and slowly they learn, this is my hand. That is your hand. This is my toy. That is yours. The mind begins carving the world into pieces, labeling, dividing, creating borders. Useful borders. Practical borders. But borders that slowly harden into a prison. Because when you believe you are only this body, only this name, only this history, then suddenly, life becomes a constant struggle to defend that tiny island of identity against the vast ocean of existence. Look closer. Every sound you hear, every color you see, every sensation you feel, it all appears inside awareness. The world you call out there is inseparable from the consciousness in which it appears. Without your awareness, there is no sight, no sound, no world. Then without the world, there is no awareness of being aware. They rise together, they fall together. Two sides of the same coin, but the mind insists, no, I am in here, looking out there. And so the illusion of separation takes root. But have you ever had a moment when it cracked? A moment so powerful that for just a breath, the barrier disappeared? Maybe it happened while standing before a vast sunset, when the colors were so overwhelming you forgot yourself completely. Maybe it was in the arms of someone you loved so deeply that for a moment there was no me and no you, only presence. Maybe it was in music when the rhythm carried you away and there was no listener and no song, only sound flowing as one. In those moments, the illusion falters. You taste something different, a wholeness that cannot be named, and yet the mind rushes back. It whispers, that was just a feeling, just a passing state. You are still you, the world is still out there. Separation is still real, and so the ache returns, the quiet loneliness, the restless search for something more. But pause, reflect. If separation were truly absolute, why would unity feel so familiar? Why would moments of wholeness feel like coming home? Maybe, just maybe, the illusion is not the unity, but the separation. Maybe the truth is that life has always been whole, and it is only the mind that divides. Think of the ocean. Waves rise and fall. Each wave looks separate. Each has a name, a shape, a lifespan. But not one of them is ever apart from the ocean. The wave was never born. It never dies. It only changes form. You're like that. A temporary wave of consciousness, believing itself to be separate, forgetting that it has never been anything but the ocean itself. The illusion of separation colors everything. It is why we compare, why we compete, why we fight. Because if you are truly separate, then you must protect yourself, defend yourself, prove yourself. And yet beneath it all, something feels off, something feels false. Because even in the middle of struggle, a deeper voice whispers, there is more. You are not alone. You are not cut off. You're not what you think you are. The search begins. We chase experiences. We chase love. We chase success. Always hoping that something out there will dissolve the ache in here. But each victory fades. Each love, as beautiful as it is, still leaves a trace of longing. Because nothing outside can permanently heal what is not actually broken. Here is the paradox. The wholeness you seek cannot be found as long as you believe you are separate from it. As long as you are searching for it out there, you will miss the truth that it is what you already are. You are not in the universe. You are the universe, appearing as a person. You are not a fragment looking for completion. You are completion dreaming of being a fragment. Sit with that. Breathe it in. What if you stopped resisting? What if you stopped clinging to the idea of being a separate self? What if you allowed the boundaries to soften just for a moment? Would you dissolve? Would you vanish? Or would you finally feel the fullness of life moving through you as you without obstruction? Non-duality is not about destroying the self. It is about seeing that the self was never separate to begin with. It is about recognizing that the walls you defend so fiercely are made of thought, not stone. And when those walls collapse, life does not end. Life begins. Because what remains is not emptiness, but fullness. not nothingness, but everythingness. Imagine a mirror filled with reflections, 1,000 faces, 1,000 forms, each believing it is separate, but the truth is not in the reflections. The truth is in the mirror itself, silent, clear, untouched. That mirror is what you are, consciousness itself. The forms come and go, the reflections appear and vanish, but the mirror remains whole, always. And once you see this, everything changes. You fight less, you listen more, you love more freely, because you see yourself in everyone. Forgive more quickly, because what is there to defend? You fear less, because what can truly be lost if you were never separate to begin with? Of course, the mind will resist. It will say, but I am me. I have a history, I have a story, and yes, the story remains. The personality remains. The dance of life continues. But somewhere deep down, you know the secret. You know that the story is only a role being played, that the actor is infinite, that the stage and the actor are not two but one. And when you know this, even in the chaos of life, a strange peace appears, a stillness at the center, a quiet smile that does not depend on outcomes, because you are no longer trying to stitch yourself into wholeness. You are resting in the wholeness that has always been here. So here in this moment, let yourself soften. Notice the breath moving in and out. Notice the sounds around you. Notice the awareness in which it all appears. That awareness has no edge, no border, no inside, no outside. It is not yours, not mine. It simply is, infinite, whole, alive. And in that noticing, the illusion of separation begins to crumble. The loneliness begins to fade. The restless search begins to quiet, because what you've been searching for across years and lifetimes was never missing. It was never hidden. It was never out there. It was here. It was you, all along. And when this truth finally lands, not as an idea, but as a living reality, everything softens. Life becomes lighter. The struggles do not vanish, but they no longer define you. Pain comes and goes, but it does not own you. Joy rises and falls, but you are not dependent on it, because beneath it all, you are the ocean. You are the mirror. You are the wholeness in which everything appears. And so, the great illusion ends. The illusion that you were separate. The illusion that you were alone. The illusion that you had to search for what you already are. And what remains is life, pure, unfiltered, whole, appearing as you, appearing as me, appearing as everything. So ask yourself now, if the walls of separation were never real, then what would it mean to live without them? To see the world not as fragments, but as one endless whole. To know in your bones that what you are cannot be divided, cannot be lost, cannot be broken. Maybe then you would finally rest. Maybe then you would finally see. Maybe then you would finally come home. Because the truth is simple. There is no separation. There never was.